You're it. You're it.
I'm what?
I said you're it.
Oh. What exactly is it?
Why, it is. Why, it usually is. Damned if I know.
Well, you shouldn't go giving something away if you don't know what it is.
I'm sorry. I think I used to know what it was, but it seems to have slipped my mind. Maybe if I had a dictionary or something.
I have one if you'd like to see it.
Oh my, Webster's unabridged. This should have it. Let's see. Here we are. A. Aardvark. Abacus. Abalone.
Maybe you'll find it quicker if you start with the eyes.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Here we are, I. Icebox. Idiot. Ignorant. Imaginary. Intercourse. Invalid. Intercourse? I didn't know they were allowed to print that. Invalid. Isolate. Item. Ivory. And now the J star. It doesn't seem to be in here.
That's impossible. It has to be there. Let me see. You're right. It's not there. It might be anything. It may even be contagious.
It can't be. I do know that only one person can be it at a time.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Well, in that case, you're it.
Hey, come back here, bitch! Damn!
To this.
Hey, I better watch what I say. For all I know, it might be sacred.
It can't be.
Huh?
Nothing's sacred.
What?
You said it was sacred. I said it couldn't be because nothing was sacred. Kind of a little humor, if you know what I mean. Since you brought it up, you're not it, are you?
Is it against the law?
You know, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what. I'll look it up in the manual. It's bound to be in the manual. Let's see. Illegal entry. Illicit drugs. Intercourse. Intercourse? I didn't know they were allowed to print that. Shame there are no pictures, huh? Anyway. Intoxication. J. Walking. I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to be in here.
That's just great.
I do know a little bit about it. For instance, animals can't be it. Plants can't be it. Corpses can't be it. Inanimate objects can't be it. And policemen can't be it. So, are you it or not?
I prefer not to say.
Have it your own way, but I'd have to advise you to be careful. There's no telling where it can lead these days. Intercourse. How about that?
Damn, at this rate, I'll never learn what it is. Father,
Silence! You're it, aren't you?
Yes, I think so. How did you know?
It's my business to know, dear boy. Rather, it's our business to know.
You must know. Can you help me? Can you tell me what it is?
It's not an easy question you're asking, you realize.
Yes, I know.
However, it can be found in this book. All the answers to every question ever asked are here in this single volume.
Then you can tell me what it is.
Well, you can't expect me to know everything. But like I said, it can, without a doubt, be found in this book. Here we are. Aaron, Abraham, Adam.
Maybe it would be quicker if you started at the eyes.
Yes, of course. Here we are. Idols, Immaculate Conception, Emmanuel, INRI, Intercourse, Isaiah. Isaiah, Israel, Isaac, Jacob, Jehovah, Jonah.
Well,
Is something wrong?
is something wrong? You know damn well what's wrong. You didn't answer my question.
What question was that?
I would like to know, what is it?
You want an answer, my dear son? I'll give you an answer. Go to hell.
There he is. I know it anywhere. About time.
Can I help you folks with something?
Can I have it? I deserve it. Please let me have it. I've never had it. I really need it.
You want it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Please let me have it. I've never...
Please, I'm awfully confused as it is.
How does it feel?
I'm not quite sure yet.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Have you worked hard for it?
Well, believe it or not, it came quite unexpectedly. To tell the truth, I've never given it much thought. That's one of the greatest things about living. Everybody has an equal chance of being it. Well, I go so far as to say that there's a little bit of it in everyone.
Surely you must have some plans for it.
Well, I've always gone by the motto, if you have it, flaunt it. I mean, what's the use of having it if you can't share it with others? If you may, I'd like to ask you folks a question.
Sure. Go ahead, shoot. Anything.
What is it?
We give up. What is it?
Hey, this isn't a game. I really want to know. What is it?
Is it true you had a run with the police today?
It wasn't exactly a run-in. I was just saying, for all I know, it might be sacred. And a policeman said, it can't be. Nothing sacred.
Bet you told them all.
Why, no. As a matter of fact,
Can I have a shot of your profile, please? That's right. Now just turn our cheek a little towards me. Fine, thank you. Have you run into many problems now that you're it?
You bet I have. And the biggest problem of all is that no one is aware of what it is.
You'll take care of that, won't you? That's what you're here for.
Yeah, you'll take care of all of us, won't you? You'll take care of everything. Things are going to be fine from now on. We're not going to have to take anything from anybody anymore.
There he is. I know it anywhere. I would have reported it sooner if I had any idea how.
Calm down. It's all under control now, lady. Thanks. Okay, folks, clear out. Come on, you. You're under arrest.
I didn't do anything.
Don't give me that crap, it. You'll have to come with me now.
Oh, what charge?
He tried to rape me.
What?
That's right. He approached me and started saying disgusting, perverted things.
Like what?
He kept repeating, intercourse. Intercourse. He should be locked up forever.
Don't worry about that, lady. Come on, you. You'll have to come with me.
Don't go. Don't take that fool from them. You can't destroy them.
Folks, it's over. It just doesn't pay anymore.
So long. We won't forget you.
He can't hold you long on that phone, right?
Michael? How extraordinary. Nice manners, I must say.
Oh, it's open. Hello, Sandra.
Jennifer, haven't seen you for ages.
What are you doing here?
Like you. Too early for the party. It's always so shaming to be early, isn't it?
What's this about a party? Whose party?
Well, not a party exactly. The Torrances just said come in for drinks.
They asked you in for drinks today?
Why not? Isn't that why you're here?
Not exactly.
Why shouldn't the Torrances ask me in for drinks?
No reason at all if they've been in England.
Do you mean they're not in England?
Mm-hmm. They're at one.
But Pat Torrance called me on Tuesday.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh, really, darling? You must do better than that. It's never any good sticking to a story that won't gel.
Really, Jennifer?
And I suppose you got Pat Torrance to lend you the key of the flat? And you're meeting someone here. Who is it? You might tell me, or shall I try and guess?
You're talking absolute nonsense. I told you, Pat Torrance called me and asked me to come here for drinks.
Oh, not all over again. Think of something better. Perhaps she asked you to come in and feed the lovebird.
As a matter of fact, she...
But I'd already agreed to feed the little prince for her. Love a bad lovebird. Your lovebird will simply love it. Oh, how forgetful of Pat to ask two of us to do the same thing.
Oh, really, Jennifer?
Oh, don't be cross. I'm only teasing. It's so lovely catching one's friends out. But you might just tell me who he is. I swear I'll be as silent as the grave.
That will be the day.
Oh, now don't lose your temper, sweetie. What really surprises me is that the Torrances should aid and abet. I've always found them rather straight-laced. I put it down to living abroad, so much a remote outpost of what used to be empire. Sweetie, could you tell me who it is you're having an affair with?
I'm not having an affair with anyone.
Then why are you here, in the Torrances' flat, when they're in the south of France, telling silly fibs about a cocktail party?
There must have been some mix-up or other. You know how things are on the telephone. Perhaps Pat meant next week. But I can tell you I came here expecting to find a party and that's all there is to it.
And you're really and truly not expecting to meet anyone here?
The only person I'm actually expecting to meet here is John.
Your husband?
Yes. He said he'd join me here as soon as he could get away from the office.
Oh, dear John. Such a pet, isn't he?
Naturally, I think so.
Oh, such a nice, simple, trusting man. He simply worships you, doesn't he?
He doesn't actually dislike me.
Oh, what splendid understatement. Men don't usually dislike you, do they? Quite the contrary.
Hadn't you better feed the lovebird if that's really what you're here for?
Sandra, are you suggesting that I came here to meet someone?
Certainly not. Oh, I shouldn't dream of such a thing.
Oh, well, that really is a bitchy thing to say.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Here you are. Love a bud for the lovebird.
You know, there is something rather non-you about a lovebird. Don't you agree? But then there's something terribly non-you about the Torrances. All this traveling about to strange places and bringing back souvenirs. I stole an ashtray from Carlton and Kahn's once. I never forgave myself. And why only one bird? Why not two? Look at the poor little mites, all shut up in one room and simply pining for a mate. But then if there were two of you, you'd have to be faithful, wouldn't you? Such a bore. My God, he's drunk his own weight in water since this morning. Never mind. Mother will get you some more. Or do you suppose he'd rather have gin? If it isn't he, how do you tell? What are you doing out there, darling? No good looking for the Torrances. I tell you they're rods. Or perhaps you weren't looking for the Torrances. Oh, well, that's my chore done for the day, and I'm going. Goodbye, Sandra.
I'll come with you. No point in my staying, obviously.
Oh, but what about John? He'll be coming.
Oh, yes, John. Well, he can...
I expect that's him now.
Hello, Sandra.
David.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Forrester and Mrs. Bryce.
How do you do?
How do you do?
You seem to have come on the wrong day, David, like me. Jennifer has just been telling me the Torrances are abroad.
Really? That seems to make 3 of us.
Oh, I just came in to see the lovebird.
Oh, I see. Nice little fellow. Does it talk?
Only Swahili.
Very expressive language, I've always understood.
Well, I must fly. So nice to have seen you. Goodbye, darling. Oh, give my love to John, won't you? It's all been the greatest fun.
Who the devil was that?
Jennifer Bryce.
Friend of yours?
I wouldn't say so.
What was she doing here?
You heard her. She came to feed the lovebird. Whatever are you doing here?
Darling, I came to see you.
Me?
By the way, whose flat are we in?
The Torrances.
Oh, I see. It's very nice and suitable. Tell me, do both the Torrances sleep on this? Surely not.
I think it opens into a double.
That's kind of it. Sandra?
Dave.
It's been quite a while.
Too long.
All of a week.
No. Monday. At the theater.
That wasn't what I meant. Has it been long for you two?
An age. I wish we didn't have to be so secretive.
Well, we do.
All this plotting and planning. It's such a bore.
Well, it won't always be like this, but just for now. That woman, damned awkward her butting in like that. What does she think?
About us?
Yes?
Well, I'm afraid that...
She'll go away and talk, eh? What damned bad luck. You've been so careful up to now.
I told her I was expecting to meet John here.
Did she believe you?
She might have done if you hadn't walked in.
As I said, damned bad luck. I must say, you did a very good job of looking surprised.
But I was surprised.
How could you be when you'd asked me to come?
I didn't ask you to come.
You didn't,
No.
but I got a message.
What message?
Would I meet Mrs. Gray at 513 Albury Mansions at 6:30? This is Albury Mansions, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Well then,
David, there's something very queer about all this. The Torrances called me and asked me to come here for drinks.
here we go again. Who are the Torrances?
Michael and Pat just come home from the Middle East or Africa or somewhere. United Nations, UNESCO, that sort of thing.
Obviously, all the right trappings. So the Torrances called you up and asked you to come for drinks, and you came. Obviously, it's the wrong day. No signs of preparation for a party. How did you get in?
I rang. Then I found the door wasn't locked. The catch on the Yale was down.
So it is. That's peculiar.
It's very peculiar. And the most peculiar thing of all is that the Torrances went to the south of France last Saturday. So how on earth could Pat Torrance call me up the day before yesterday?
It was Pat Torrance herself. It wasn't a message.
No, it was Pat. At least I thought it was.
But now you're not so sure. Did you recognize her voice?
I don't know her awfully well. She said, Pat Torrance speaking. It never occurred to me that it wasn't her.
There's something very odd about all this. I don't understand.
I don't either, and I don't like it.
But what's the point of it all? Calling you up, pretending to be Pat Torrance, getting you to come here, getting me to come here by sending me a message, supposedly from you. What's it all add up to?
I wonder.
You've got some idea about it. Come on. Tell me.
Well, I wondered if it might not be John.
John?
Sometimes I've thought that he'd begun to suspect about us.
You never told me.
I thought I was probably imagining it.
John. But how would he tie up with the Torrances? Could he have got this Torrance woman to...
That's absurd. John hardly knows her.
He might have managed to borrow their flat while they're away and got someone or other to call you up and pretend
But why?
My dear girl, use your head to catch us in the act. In flagrante delicto.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps he's got a couple of bowler-hatted private detectives hiding in the bathroom. Couldn't even hide a bowler hat in there. This place is as bare as your hand. Probably means to come here himself and surprise us in amorous prey.
What a beastly, disgusting thing to do.
No good taking such a high and moral tone, darling. After all, a husband is justified, I suppose, in being annoyed if he finds his wife has taken a lover. How long have you been married now?
3 years.
Oh, John's still inclined to be on the jealous side, eh?
Of course he's jealous, you know that. But on the other hand, he's frightfully simple. Anyone could deceive him. I was quite sure he hadn't had a clue. Until just lately.
Well, I suppose some kind friend has been around to give him the good news. Though I must say we've always been careful enough.
Somebody always knows.
Yes. Well, at any rate, I think the best thing to be done is to beat a hasty retreat. We'll meet at the usual place tomorrow, but be sure you're not followed. We certainly can't risk anyone. Get your things.
Who do you think?
Shh! It's John. He doesn't hear anything. Go away then.
The door, it's open.
I wish I put that damn catch down. For God's sakes, try to relax. Alec!
Hello, David. Hello, Sandra. Oh, darlings, how devastating. We three seem to be much too early for the party.
There is a party then? We were just wondering.
Doesn't look much like it, does it? There's no canopies, no baked meats, no olives. I suppose the party is here, though. The Torrances aren't giving it somewhere else, are they?
Well, we wondered.
How long have you two been here?
Oh, I came about 5 minutes ago and David has just arrived.
Oh, I see. You two didn't come together.
No. Pat called you, did she?
No, it was Michael, as a matter of fact. Of course, he is a rather vague chap. I don't know him all that well, really. He just said, would I roll along to drinks here 6:30 p.m. onwards? So, here I am, all dressed up. Well, I've been to the garden party. My dear, the people nowadays. Anyway, I gathered this was to be quite a do.
Did Michael say so?
No, he just said drinks, but there are ways of saying things. Well, there's something. I'm sure he wants to celebrate. Gin. This seems to be tonic, all right?
Fine.
Well, it seems to be quite clear what's happened. Torrances are away, and they're giving the party somewhere else. Either they thought we knew where they were giving it, or they forgot to say.
It's rather queer, though, isn't it? I mean, that they should have forgotten to say so to all three of us. Well, absent friends seems like the right toast. So, to the Torrances.
That Torrances.
Somebody. It was Jennifer Bryce, as a matter of fact. said that the Torrances were abroad. I didn't believe her, but now I wonder.
Jennifer Price. Has she been here?
She came to be the...
Lovebird.
My dears, how intriguing. Someone has asked us three to come here. But who? Why? Exciting. Quite like one of those mysteries in books. Perhaps they'll expect us to hunt around for clues, you know, to lead us to the next place. Yes. Oh. This is what is known as the Damascus Bride test. Seems to have worm in it. Oh. This is one of those bloodthirsty knives that you stab your wife with when she's been unfaithful. Isn't the inlay on the hilt rather nice, David? Go on. Take it. It won't bite you.
Yeah. Splendid.
You're so inartistic, David. Isn't it nice, Sandra?
Beautiful.
Now what's down here? 5 floors up. Oh, really? What extraordinary things the Torrance. Suppose they brought this back from Baghdad. A strange nose it's got.
Yes, cruel.
Darling, that's very penetrating of you. Yes, it is cruel. Aunt, but this whole flat seems rather cruel to me. So fair, Brad, and its 4 walls just hold you in. Nothing but the minimum of necessities to live in it. Quite a horrible place to be shut up in if you couldn't get out.
It's a perfectly ordinary modern flat, Alec. Now, don't start thinking things up.
Oh, you're so haughty, David. I'll let you have any pleasant imaginings at all. Oh, boo. Right, 5 floors up. Quite a drop. Might be a clip in Cornwall. Oopsie. I dropped it. The knife. I dropped it. Not on anyone's head, fortunately. Oh, what a bore. I suppose now I'm going to have to go down and pick it up. Well, while I'm there, I'll see if I can find a porter.
I don't think there is one.
Well, there is an office. There must be a manager or a manageress. I'll just pop in and see if the Torrances have gone away and if they've let the flat to anyone.
We might as well all go.
No, you stay here. Finish your drinks. Make yourselves at home. I shan't be long.
Of course that ass would turn up here. He's got the most malicious tongue in London.
Do you think he thought it odd, the 2 of us being here together?
I bet he did. He'll probably go around everywhere telling people we've got the Torrances to lend us their flat to meet in while they're away.
We'd better go.
No, wait a minute. If we go off together, it looks bad. Isn't Alec rather a friend of John's?
Oh, in a way. The person Alec really was devoted to was my first husband, Barry. He was really terribly upset when Barry died.
Went over that cliff in Cornwall?
Yes. The fuss Alec made, anyone would have thought I'd pushed Barry over.
Did you?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
I jolly nearly went over myself. It was terrifying. The whole cliff subsided after a heavy rain.
So, Alec doesn't like you very much.
I don't think he likes any women.
But he particularly doesn't like you.
What are you getting at?
I just wondered. It could be Alec who's behind all this. Getting us here, I mean.
But why should he?
Getting us here to meet together, and then passing the word to John to come and find us together.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, if Alec had done that, why should he come here himself? That would ruin the whole point of the thing.
Yes, you're right. I think the best thing to do now is get the hell out of here. Go join friend Alec down below.
I must say I'd like to know the explanation of all this. It does seem so queer. I can't really believe that...
This door is locked.
Oh, I expect the latch is put back into the Yale.
No, it's not the Yale. There's another lock below that, a mortise lock. But seems to be locked.
But it can't be. We got in quite easily.
Somebody seems to have locked it from the outside.
Locked us in, do you mean?
Yes.
But it's absurd. We can... Who locked it?
Alec.
Alec. Why should Alec lock us in? All we have to do is bang or shout.
No, don't do that. Wait a minute. Sit down. We've got to think this out first. Somebody scored us here. And this whole thing is very odd. Somebody got us here. They've locked the door from the outside.
But it's absurd. All we have to do is shout.
Oh yes, shout. And then what happens? A scandal. Here we are in somebody else's apartment while they're away. Obviously a guilty assignation of some kind. And then some practical joker has locked us in.
Then the sooner we call his bluff, the better. We'll make a hell of a row and pass it all off as a joke.
I tell you, I can't afford a scandal. It'll absolutely ruin my chances of getting that appointment. If John were to bring divorce proceedings now, it'd be the end.
What a selfish brute you are. You don't think of anyone but yourself. What about me? What about my reputation?
You've never had much of one before. Sit down. Let me think. Somebody's laid a trap for us. We're caught in it. We've got to think of the best way out.
Still think it was John? I don't believe it.
It's Alec I'm thinking of. Alec hates my guts. Always has. I don't know. Supposing Alec worked on John's suspicions. Supposing he...
What is it?
Solas. A little solas. Those 4 holes, they're not wormholes. They've been drilled. 4 little round holes, air holes, so that somebody could breathe.
What do you mean?
Supposing Alec worked on John's suspicions. Supposing he managed to tell John that he should hide inside that chest, and that he would arrange for us to meet here, and that...
Do you mean that John is hiding in that chest? That he is there now, that he's heard all that we've been
Yes,
saying?
I think it's possible, quite possible. My God.
What is it? What is it?
No, don't. Sit down. Whatever you do, keep your voice down. Don't scream.
Tell me.
We've got to keep our heads over this. It's John. He's there, inside that chest, and he's dead.
Dead? John.
He's been killed. Did you do it?
Me? What do you mean?
You were here when I came. You sent me a message.
Why should I kill John in a strange flat and ask you to come here?
So that I should be in it with you, my dear. You've hinted once or twice that you'd like to marry me, and you knew divorce doesn't suit my book.
Do you think I want to get us both hanged for murder?
No, you thought we'd get away with it. Who was to know? This is somebody else's flat, isn't it? People who are away. Who was to know that you or I had been here? There's no porter downstairs. No one saw us come in. We've no connection with this place.
I might just as well say that you killed him. You came here, met John, killed him, put him in that chest, and then went away. watched for me to arrive and came back.
Oh, for God's sake, don't talk such rot. The trouble with you is that you're so damnably stupid.
You're saying what you really think now, aren't you? No more of your famous charm. You're a louse, that's what you are. A louse. And a rat.
And what about you? How many men have you hopped into bed with, I should like to know?
You bastard! You filthy, rotten bastard! Who do you think?
I don't know.
Should we?
I think not.
It may just be Alec ringing from downstairs. No, don't. Don't.
I can't think.
If that was Alec, he'll think it very odd, won't he?
If that was Alec, he'll probably come up and see. I don't think it was Alec.
Who do you think it was?
I don't know. Somebody's got us here. Somebody got John here. Somebody's locked us from the outside. Alec. It must be Alec.
What are you doing?
Do you remember that Kurdish knife Alec dropped over the balcony? He said he was going downstairs to pick it up.
What about it?
He never picked it up. It's still down there.
I don't understand.
John was stabbed with that knife. Don't you understand? The pattern's getting pretty plain.
I don't understand. I don't understand anything. It's like a nightmare.
There's only one person behind all this. Alec. He told John that we two had arranged to meet here. And he suggested that John should bore some air holes in that chest and hide inside it. Then he stabbed John and left him there. He went away and watched for us to arrive. And then he came back. He drew our attention to that knife. He had his gloves on the whole time. You remember? Gave it to me to hold. Made me take it. Then you took it. Don't you understand? Our fingerprints are on that knife, and there isn't a damn thing we can do about it. Then he went away and locked the door, locking us in with a murdered man. Two people with the best motives in the world for murdering him.
That's crazy.
Your fingerprints and mine on the knife. Nobody else's. There isn't a damn thing we can do. Wait for the police to arrive.
The police? Why should the police arrive?
Don't you see that logically that's bound to be the next thing that happens? The next stage in Alec's plan?
Alec must be mad. Mad. Why should he do this to us?
You said he was devoted to your first husband, Barry. You've only got to take one look at Alec to know what kind of devotion that was.
What's this got to do with John?
Did you push Barry over that cliff?
Of course I didn't. I told you.
Listen, Sandra, I don't care whether you pushed him over or not. But we've got to have this in the clear, because we've got to understand Alec's reason. Did you? You were in love with John then, weren't you? But he was a straight, simple type. Barry was a rich man. John was poor. Divorce wouldn't have suited you. You were out there on that cliff, you and Barry, and the landslide happened. You pushed him over, didn't you? Didn't you? And Alec knew.
He couldn't have known.
Alec knew his people. He not only suspected, he was sure. He bided his time. You married John. Then you got tired of John and started an affair with me. Then Alec saw his chance to punish, as he put it, John and you and me. Mad. Of course he's mad. The question is, what are we going to do now?
We've got to get out of here.
Of course we've got to get out of here, but how?
We can beat on the door. We can shout.
What the hell will that do us? Somebody will let us out, and then they'll find the body, and there we shall be. Hauled in for a murder in a defense so fantastic no counsel would listen to it. My God. You even told that Bryson when you were expecting to meet John here.
But we'll say that Alec was here. We'll explain.
Idiot! Alec will deny the whole thing. He had his gloves on every moment he was here. You deny having ever been near the place. Probably got a very pretty little alibi cooked up somewhere.
Somebody must have seen him come here.
In a Robert Warren like this? I doubt it. Some way out. There must be some way out. Damn square, hygienic little foxes.
Isn't there a fire escape?
In the corridor outside, I dare say. From here, there's nothing but a sheer drop. Some way out. There must be some way out.
The telephone. We can call someone up. We can say that...
Yes. Yes, why the hell didn't I think of that before? Who could we call up? What could we say? I can't.
Answer it. For God's sake, answer it. It can't be worse than this.
Hello? It's Orlick.
What is it? What did he say?
He said that we're caught like rocks in a trough, like the rocks we are. He said that in 3 or 4 minutes, the police would be arriving.
Police, no. There must be some way out.
The only way out is through that window and down.
Suicide? You're mad. Don't believe what we say. We'll explain.
We'll be charged with murder. We'll be convicted.
No, there must be some way out. There must.
What are you trying to do, you little fool? Claw your way out? Claw your way out?
I didn't do it. I didn't kill John. It's all your fault. Why did I ever meet you? Why didn't you just leave me alone?
You bloody little bitch, you got me into this.
I hate the sight of you. I tell you, I hate the sight of you. You're cold and hard and cruel and selfish as sin. You've never given a damn for anyone in this world except yourself.
Open the door, it's the police.
Let them do it. You got away with it the first time, didn't you? But you won't get away with it this time.
Come on, open up.
I hate you.
Or perhaps it'll be 15 years in a prison cell. And how will you care for that? 15 years in a prison cell.
We'll break the door down.
Why the hell should they be coming for me? It's you they should be coming for, not me. You killed Barry, not me. Why the hell did I have to get involved?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how I got in here.
Thank goodness you're here. I've been calling you.
Pardon?
An awful thing has happened. Eddie's been in a car accident, and you have to go on for him.
Good heavens, how awful. Who's Eddie?
Eddie. Eddie wins. You have to go on for him.
On for him?
You play the part. Now, I know you haven't had a chance to rehearse it exactly, but presumably you know your lines, and you've certainly seen it enough.
I don't understand. Do I know you?
George, we don't have time for this joking. Half hour!
My name isn't George. It's... well, I don't know what it is. But it isn't George.
My God, did you hear about Eddie?
Yes, I did.
It's just too awful. Now, good luck tonight, George, darling. We're all counting on you. Of course, you are a bit too young for the part, and you are shorter than Edwin, so we'll cut out all the lines about bumping your head on the ceiling. And don't forget, when I cough 3 times, that's your cue to unzip the back of my dress, and then I'll slap you. We changed it from last night.
Wait, please. What play are we doing exactly?
What?
What is the play, please?
Coward.
Pardon?
Coward. It's the coward, Noel Coward. George, don't do that. For a second, I thought you were serious. Break a leg, darling.
Coward? I wonder if it's Private Lives. At least I've seen that one. I don't remember rehearsing it exactly. And am I an actor? I thought I was an accountant. And why does everyone call me George?
Hello, Stanley. I heard about Edwin. Well, good luck tonight. We're all counting on you.
Wait. What play are we doing?
Very funny, Stanley.
No, really, I've forgotten.
Checkmate
Checkmate?
by Samuel Beckett. The one in the garbage cans. Oh, Stanley, you always play these jokes. Just don't do it on stage. Well, good luck tonight. I mean, break a leg. Did you hear? Edwin broke both legs.
I've never heard of checkmate.
George, get into costume. We have 15 minutes.
Good God, I'm late. Hi, Eddie. Oh, you're not Eddie. Who are you?
You've never seen me before?
Who the devil are you?
I don't really know. George, I think. Maybe Stanley. But probably George. I think I'm an accountant.
Look, no one is allowed backstage before performance. You'll have to leave or I'll be forced to report you to the stage manager.
Oh, she knows I'm here already.
Oh, well, Meg knows you're here. You must be all right. I suppose. It's not my affair. I'm late enough already.
10 minutes. We close. 10 minutes, everybody.
I better just go home. Oh dear! I didn't mean to do that.
George, stop that. Really, you keep this up, we'll bring you up on charge now. Go to the dressing room and change.
But where is the dressing room?
It's that way, and give me those. I'll soak them for you.
Please don't soak my pants.
Don't tell me Don't tell me my job. Now the call is 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Places.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? At this evening's performance, the role of Elliot, normally played by Edwin Booth, will be played by George Spelvin. The role of Amanda, normally played by Sarah Bernhardt, will be played by Sarah Siddons. The role of Kitty the barmaid, will be played by Mrs. Patrick Campbell. Dr. Crippen will play himself. The management wishes to remind the audience that taking a photograph is strictly forbidden by law and is dangerous, as it may disorient the actor. Thank you.
Extraordinary how potent cheap music is. Extraordinary how potent cheap music is.
Yes, that's true. Am I supposed to be Hamlet?
Whose yacht do you think that is?
Where?
The Duke of Westminster, I expect. It always is.
Well, perhaps. To be or not to be? I don't know any more of it.
Elliot, please. We're on our honeymoons.
Are we?
Yes. Me with Victor and you with Sybil.
Oh,
Tell me about Sybil.
I've never met her.
Elliot, you're so amusing. You're married to Sybil. Tell me about her.
Nothing much to tell, really. She's sort of nondescript, I'd say.
I bet you are just going to say that she looks like Lady Bundle, and that she has several chins, and one blue eye, and one brown eye, and a third eye in the center of her forehead. Weren't you?
Yes, I think so.
Victor's like that, too. I bet you are just going to say that you traveled around the world.
Yes, I was. I traveled around the world.
How was it?
Oh, very nice.
I always feared that Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box, did it?
Not really.
I always feared that Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box, did it?
I guess it did.
I always feared that Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box, did it?
Hard to say. What brand biscuit box?
I always feared that Taj Mahal would look like a biscuit box, did it? Did it? Did it?
I wonder whose yacht that is out there.
Did it? Did it? Did it? Did it?
My, it's dusty around here. I think I'll just clean up a little.
Not only did the Taj Mahal look like a biscuit box,
But women should be struck regularly, like gong.
Extraordinary how potent cheap music is.
Yes, quite extraordinary.
How was China?
China?
You traveled around the world. How was China?
I liked it, but I felt homesick.
How was China?
Lots of rice. The women bind their feet.
How was China?
I hated it. I missed you.
How was China?
I hated it. I missed Sybil.
How was China?
I missed the maid!
How was China?
Just wait a moment, please. Oh, maid! There you are. You missed a spot here.
How was China?
Very large, China.
And Japan?
Very small, Japan.
And Iceland?
Very white.
And Ireland?
Very green.
And Italy?
Very Neapolitan.
And Copenhagen?
Very cosmopolitan.
And Florida?
Very condominium.
And Perth Amboy?
Very, I don't know.
And Sybil?
What?
Do you love Sybil?
Who's Sybil?
Your new wife, who you married after you and I got our divorce.
Oh, were we married? Oh, yeah, I forgot that part.
Oh, Elliot, you're so amusing. You make me laugh all the time. So, do you love Sybil?
Probably. I married her.
Oh, Elliot, darling, I'm sorry. We were mad to have left each other. Kiss me.
Oh, how ghastly!
And this must be Sybil.
Oh, how ghastly! What shall we do?
We must all speak in very low voices and attempt to be civilized.
Oh, Elliot, it's this Amanda. I think she's simply obnoxious.
How very rude.
And how could you treat me like this?
Hello, Sybil.
Well, since you asked, I'm very upset. I was inside writing a letter to your mother, and I wanted to know how to spell apothecary.
A-P-O-T-H-E-C-A-R-Y.
Thank you.
Don't scribble, Sybil.
Did my eyes deceive me, or were you kissing my husband a moment ago?
We must all speak in very low voices and attempt to be civilized.
I was speaking in a low voice.
Yes, but I could still hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I can't hear a bloody word she's saying. The woman's a nincompoop. Say something, Elliot.
I couldn't hear her either.
Elliot, you must choose between the two of us immediately. Do you love this creature, or do you love me?
I wonder where the maid is.
Well, forget about the maid, Elliot. You can never have a lasting relationship with a maid. Choose between the two of us.
I choose... Oh, God, I don't know my lines. I don't know how I got here. I wish I weren't here. I wish I joined the monastery like I almost did. Right after high
Oh,
school.
Elliot, your malaria is acting up again and you're ranting. Come, come. Who do you choose? Me? Or that baggage over there?
You're the baggage, not I. Yes, Elliot, who do you choose?
I choose... I'm sorry, what is your name?
Amanda.
I choose Amanda. I think that's what he does in the play.
Very well. I can accept defeat gracefully. I don't think Austin is to your mother after all. She's a loud voice and an overbearing man, and I don't like her taste in tea, China. I hope, Elliot, when you find me hanging in the hotel lobby chandelier with my eyes all bulged out and my tongue hanging out, that you'll be very, very sorry. Goodbye.
What a dreadful sport she is.
Poor Sybil. I think she's going to hang herself.
Yes, well, some women should be hung regularly, like tapestries. Oh, who cares? Whose yacht do you think that is?
Duke of Westminster.
How dare you mention that time in Mozambique? Oh, darling, I'm sorry. I love you madly.
I've inhaled your cigarette ash.
You stay here and I'll go pack my things and we'll run away together before Victor gets back. Oh, darling, isn't it extraordinary how potent cheap music can be?
Hail to your lordship.
Oh, hello. Are you Victor?
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
This doesn't sound like Noel Coward.
A true disposition, good my lord.
You're not Victor, are you?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Oh, yes. And how was it?
Indeed, my lord. It followed hard upon.
Hard upon? Yes, I see. Oh, good, the maid. Thrift ratio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. What does that mean? She's gone already.
My lord, I think I saw him yesterday.
Did you? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Season your admiration for a while with an attent ear, shall I deliver upon the wit of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
I see, I'm Hamlet now, right?
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead waste in the middle of the night, been thus encountered a figure like your father, armed at point exact, cap a peg, appears before them with solemn march, goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked for their pressed and fear-surprised eyes, within truncheon's length, while they, still almost a jelly with the act of fear, stand dumb and not speak to him. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
Oh, my turn? What a strange and wondrous tale you tell, Horatio. It doth turn my ear into a very merry bodkin.
As I do live, my lord, 'tis true, but we did think it writ down on our duty to let you know of it.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh yes, my lord, he wore his beaver up.
His beaver up? He wore his beaver up? And does he usually wear it down?
Son is more sorrow than in anger.
Well, I am sorry to hear that. My father was a king of much renown. A favorite amongst all in London town. And in Denmark.
I warranted well.
I warranted well also.
Our duty to your honor.
Oh, don't go! Oh, Amanda, good to see you. Whose yacht do you think that is out there?
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and granite spots as will not leave that taint.
I haven't seen Victor. I saw someone who I thought might have been him, but it wasn't.
Speak no more. These words like daggers enter in mine ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
Very well. What do you want to talk about?
No more.
Don't go! Maybe someone else will come out in a minute. Of course! Sometimes people have soliloquies in Shakespeare. Let's just wait a moment more and maybe someone will come. Oh dear. Line? Line? Oh. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! Whether 'tis nobler in the mind's eye to kill oneself, or not killing oneself. To sleep a great deal. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our lives are rounded by a little sleep. Thrift, Horatio, neither a borrower nor a lender be, but to thine own self be true. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. Extraordinary how potent sheet music can be. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua. Out! Out, damn spot! I wonder whose yacht that is out there. How is China? Very large, China. How is Japan? Very small, Japan. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Line! Line! Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm heartily sorry for having offended thee, because I detest all my sins, and I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. Most of all, because it offends thee, my God, who are all good and all deserving of all my love. I resolve to confess my sins, to do penance, to amend my life. Amen. That's the act of contrition that Catholic school children say in order to be forgiven for their sins. Catholic adults say it too, I imagine. I don't know any Catholic adults. Line! When you call for a line, the stage manager normally gives you your next line in order to refresh your memory. The quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth as the rain upon the gentle place below. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. Get thee to a nunnery. Nunnery. As a child, I was raised by nuns, and then in high school by Benedictine priests. I really rather liked the nuns. They were sort of warm. Though they were fairly crazy, too. I liked the priests also. The school was on the grounds of the monastery, and my junior and senior years, I spent quite a few weekends in the daily routine of the monastery. Prayers and then breakfast, prayers and then lunch, prayers and then dinner, and then prayers and then sleep. I found the predictability quite attractive. And the food was good. And if there is a God, and an afterlife, and an inner life of the soul, then I guess the monastery had everything in the proper order. And if there isn't all of those things, well, it's still a very restful way to live. Line! I was going to join the monastery right after high school, but they said I was too young and should wait. And then I just stopped believing in all of those things. So I never did join. I became an accountant. I studied logarithms and cosine and tangent. Line! I'm sorry. You came expecting to see Hamlet or Private Lives or something, and I keep rattling on like a maniac. I really do apologize. It's just, I don't recall attending a single rehearsal. I can't imagine what I was doing. And also you came expecting to see Edwin Booth and get me. I really am very embarrassed. Sorry. Line? It's a far, far better thing you do than you've ever done before. It's a far, far better place you go to than you've ever been before. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, T. Oh, good, are you Ophelia? Get thee to a nunnery. Get in? Okay. This must be one of those modern Hamlets.
Nothing to be done, Pauls. Nothing to be done.
I guess you're not Ophelia.
We'll just wait, Pauls. Is it gum? Pause, pause, pause. Oh, we won't.
That's a reasonable attitude. Are we, I guess, waiting for Godot?
No, Willie. He came already. Yesterday came was an awful ball. Had garlic on his breath, told a lot of unpleasant jokes about Jews and Polacks and stewardesses. He was just dreadful. Pause. Rolls her eyes upward.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Pause. So, who are we waiting for?
We're waiting for Lefty.
Ah, and is he a political organizer or something I seem to recall?
Yes, dear. He is a political organizer. He's always come around saying, get involved, get off your minds and organize, fight the system, do this, do that. Oh, he's exhausting. He's worse than Jane Fonda. And he has garlic on his breath, just like Godot. I don't know which one of them is worse. I hope either one of them ever comes here again. Pause. Blinks left eye, blinks right eye, closes eyes, opens them.
So, we're really not waiting for anyone, are we?
No, dear. Just another happy day.
Do you smell something?
It's not your line. Roy doesn't have that many lines. Oh, Willie, how talkative you are this morning.
There seems to be some sort of muck at the bottom of this garbage can.
Mustn't complain, Willie. There's muck at the bottom of everyone's garbage can. Count your blessings, Willie. Oh, I do. 1, 2, 3. Are you counting?
I guess so.
I'm up to 3. 3 is my eyesight. Oh my God! I can't see, Willie! I've gone blind! Oh, what a terrible day! Oh dear! Oh my! Oh well. Not so bad, really. I'll use my eyes occasionally when I want to see something. But no more.
I really don't know this play at all.
Count your blessings, Willie. Let me count them.
1, 2, 3. That's my eyesight. 4. That's my hearing. 5. That's my master charge.
Did you say God, Willie?
No.
Why did you leave the monastery, Willie? Was it the same reason I left the opera?
I have no idea.
Oh, I left the opera because I couldn't sing. They would never have hired me. Certifiable. And they were certified shortly afterwards. The entire staff. They reside now at the Regulator Home for the mentally incapacitated. Enter in. Pause. Tries touching nose with the tongue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have your attention, please.
Oh, Willie, listen. A voice. Perhaps there's a God.
At this evening's performance, the role of Sir Thomas More, the man for all seasons, normally played by Edwin Booth, played by George Spelvin. The role of Lady Alice, normally played by Sarah Bernhardt, played by Sarah Siddons. The role of Lady Margaret, normally played by Eleanor Dusa, read by the stage manager. At this evening's performance, the executioner will play himself.
What did he say?
The executioner will play himself.
What does he mean, the executioner will play himself?
Oh, Father, why have they locked you up in this dreadful dungeon? It's more than I can bear.
I've brought you a custard, Thomas.
Mother's brought you custard, Father.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Father, if you don't give in to King Henry, they're going to cut your head off.
Aren't you going to eat the custard I brought you, Thomas?
I'm not hungry, thank you. Oh my God, I've got to get out of here!
Over here, and he'll never give in to the king.
No, I might. Quick, is this all about Anne Boleyn and everything?
Yes, and you won't give in because you believe in the Catholic Church, the infallibility of the Pope, and the everlasting life of the soul.
I don't necessarily believe in any of that. Quick, sir, there's been an error. I think it's fine if the king marries Anne Boleyn. I just want to wake up.
Don't deny God just to spare our feelings. Mother and I are willing willing to have you dead if it's a question of principle. The first batch of custard didn't come out all that well, Thomas. This is the second batch. But it has a piece of hair in it, I think.
Oh, shut up about your custard, would you? I don't think the Pope is infallible at all. I think he's an ordinary man with ordinary capabilities. Just wears gold slippers. I was going to join the monastery when I was younger, but I didn't do it.
Oh, Willie, go ahead. Let him get it off. It'll be a nice change of pace.
That blade looks very real to me. I want to wake up now, or change blades. I wonder whose yacht that is out there. No, thank you. A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
Sir Thomas More, you have been found guilty of the charge of high treason. The sentence of the court is that you be taken to the Tower of London, thence to the place of execution, and there your head shall be stricken from your body, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All this talk about God. All right, I'm sorry I didn't join the monastery. Maybe I should have. And I'm sorry I giggled during Mass in 3rd grade, but I see no reason to be killed for it.
Nothing to be done. That's what I find so wonderful.
No!
Do I understand you right? You wish to reverse your previous stand on King Henry's marriage to Anne and to deny the Bishop of Rome?
Yes! Yes! God, yes! I could care less! Let him marry 8 wives!
That's a terrible legacy of cowardice for Sir Thomas More.
I don't care!
I'm going to ignore what you said and cut your head off anyway. Then we'll all pretend you went to your death nobly. The church needs its saints and school children have got to have heroes to look up to. Don't you all agree?
I agree. I know I need someone to look up to. Poles, picks and nose.
Yes, yes. I can feel myself waking up now. The covers have fallen off my bed, and I'm cold. And I'm going to wake up so that I can reach down and pull them up again.
Sir Thomas, prepare to meet your death.
I'm awake. No, I'm not.
He doesn't know his lines.
Sir Thomas, prepare to meet your death.
Line! Line!
You turn to the executioner and say, "Friend, be not afraid of your office. You send me to God."
I don't like that line. Give me another.
That's the line of the script, George. Say it.
I don't want to.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it, Willie. It'll mean a lot to me and generations of skilled children to come.
Speak thy speech, Hamlet, I pray you, trippingly on the tongue.
Say it.
Friend, be not afraid of your office. You send me... Extraordinary how potent sheet music can be.
That's not the line.
Women should be struck regularly, like gongs.
George, say the right line.
They say you cannot dream your own death. So I expect I'll wake up just as soon as he brings the blade down. So perhaps I should get it over with.
Say the line right, I said.
Friend, be not afraid of your office.
Goodbye, Willie.
Goodbye, Hamlet.
Goodbye, Sir Thomas.
You send me to God.
Ah! Behold, the head of Sir Thomas More!
Oh, Willie. I wish I were blind and could see that. Oh, well, no matter. Still been about to die. Holes, smile, wrinkles nose, holes, wiggles ears, holes, peaks knit from head. All in darkness, utterly useless, no one can see her. She stares ahead, count 2, and apply.
to thank and acknowledge a few people before we start our curtain call. Mr. Scirocco, if you'd stand up, please. And, who's back there? Miss Weatherby. Miss Lee, so I don't think she's here tonight, but she helped us with it a lot. Mr. Frigale and Miss Moore with the concession stand and some money collection. Last but not least, Brian and Mike Knowles. Thanks again.
To present the music awards.